Hi everybody, welcome back to Willie's American Guitars. Here we are in the acoustic room, and I want to show you something that's coming in. This is a 20s Kona. This is a Weissenborns product. It's under the Kona label, and with this it is a round neck. So the Kona is made a round neck, but this is a fancier one with the rope binding both around the body, around the fingerboard, and around the sound hole. During the 20s, in 1918, there was a World's Fair that featured Hawaiian music, and it really set the world on fire for Hawaiian music. There was a big interest in this. All of a sudden, there's a new state, but it took, like a long boat ride to get there. And you can imagine the 20s teenager with his raccoon coat playing a ukulele. That was based on this national love of Hawaiian music, but there was also a love for slack key music. And honestly, slack key is kind of one of the germinators to country music, which came about in the 30s. But this Kona played slack key, which is another word for open tunings, usually played with a steel. And so this is coming in. We need to put a fresh set of strings on it, but we were just admiring it this morning. It's just a magnificent piece of American history. And again, Hawaiian slack key is one of the earliest forms of country music that developed quite a bit later, as soon as people realized they could do this. And it's so easy to do. For those of you with hand issues, if you have carpal tunnel, if you have arthritis, you might have an easier time playing a slide guitar. It's also just for any of us, it is just something else to do, to learn, to make a study of, and to have a different tone, whether you're a songwriter or you're just in the circle and you want to not bring your guitar but bring something unique. It's good to learn a couple of songs. It's pretty easy. You tune to an open chord. You've got your 1, your 4, your 5, and your 1 again an octave above, just like country music. I had this guitar made as a copy of my Weissenborn, and I love my Weissenborn. It's something I'd never sell, and I play a lot of Weissenborn out in the backyard of my house. It's got the same bridge, the same shaped bridge, same shaped headstock. You notice the tapering too. These have a really interesting way they taper out. You can see it on the Kona as well, that it kind of tapers in by the neck here. This is a square neck where the whole neck is a resonating chamber, and these Konas tend to swell up a little more for a little more volume. They have their own special following, especially the fancier ones. They generally made style 1s that are plain, 2 that have trim around the top, 3 that'll be trimmed in the fingerboard, soundboard, and then a 4 that would be trimmed on the top with this rope binding and the back. This is a style 3 and very rare indeed. So these are great instruments for songwriters. So, we got that. I'm going to set that down ever so gently. Now this is a 1930 Dobro. And we got this in, and honestly, it has pretty good action just the way it is, but it came with a lifter nut, so I put a lifter nut on it because I prefer to play resonators with a bar, the steel. And These old 30s Dobros have just a unique character. There's something about the authority of the note, especially compared to new Dobros. Dobro name has changed hands, gone to China, come back out of China. There's the original music instrument company. There is Gibson that owned Dobro, but this is the Dobro brothers era. This is in 1933. They started making these in 1930. It has the two screen holes, and then as an identifier for the model, because they're really hard to figure out the models, it has these three holes. Again, more of a sound hole enhancer just below the fingerboard. This one is not a square neck. Again, it's a round neck, and it can be set up to play. The action for us is perfect when you do a round neck. It's got good action up to about the 7th fret. Gets a little tall, but it allows you to use heavier steel, which will give you more sustain. It's a lot of fun playing steel guitar. It's a lot of fun playing a square neck. It's something different. It's something unique. And it's something we can all enjoy. So there you go. A 1933 Style 27. This is just coming in. I also just got in a steel-bodied National Resonator, round neck. But we set this up for square neck play. We can pop this off for you and set it up for regular play. But I'm going to point those screens right at the camera there. This thing has got such a great growl and sustain that we enjoyed having it. We had a wonderful woman that had owned it for a long time that drove into town from Bemidji. It had been about 2 years we've been discussing it. She finally made it into the big city, and it was just her time to let this go. It comes with the original case. It comes with a lot of case candy like finger picks and old strings. Just a great piece of American history, and this would be about $10.95. This is about $12.50, and we've not priced the Kona yet. So come on in, make an appointment, have some fun.